Hello friends! In this teaching we will talk about our relationships and the important work we are obligated to do in this area, in the process of our soul rectification. According to the Kabbalah, there is enormous space and potential for transformation in our human relationships, marital, family, and social. If we manage to reach a state where we live in harmony with the people around us, with less friction and conflict, then we have made a huge step in our growth process. The reason I'm talking especially about rectifying our character traits through relationships is that this is not an easy task, which requires us to make profound changes in consciousness, and in many cases to go against the natural tendencies of our ego. The ego is what defines us in the material world. It makes us perceive ourselves as a separate and isolated unit from all of creation, which is necessary to our survival, but also plants in us the awareness of separation. And what is the problem with the awareness of separation? It causes a person to develop thoughts of jealousy, judgment, anger, belligerence, and revenge towards other people. These thoughts come from the side of impurity, from the klipot, and cause us distancing and separation from both the root of our soul, our sacred aspects, and from the Creator. In our earthly life, when we follow the dictates of the ego, we forget the absolute unity from which we came, and to which we must strive to reconnect. Even when we have hurt someone else, or have been hurt by someone else, and a long time has passed since the event, negative thoughts still simmer within our consciousness, even if we are not aware of them. The negative thoughts of hatred and conflict that remain stuck in the mind seek validation. They aspire to be implemented and suck a person's spiritual nourishment. When this happens, he finds himself enveloped in troubles, disasters, and decrees. These are the consequences of the forces he gave effect to when he was immersed in irritation and anger. And until he gets rid of them or transforms them, the difficulties in his life will not cease. In order to create human closeness and a good flow with other people, which will contribute to elevating our spiritual frequency and making life easier for us, we need to rise above the ego and return ourselves to a state of unity, integration with the rest of creation. So, what should we understand about the people who live with us and around us? How can we not get angry, hate, and want revenge on them when they hurt us? First of all, we must recognize that every person in our lives is a reflection of the Creator. Every person has a divine spark, no matter how they look, act, or speak. And even the occasional person we meet, including the other driver who yells at us because we cut them off on the road, can be a vessel through which the Creator speaks to us. Some people lift us up, and some bring us down, and everything is accurate, including the people who come into our lives for certain periods and then disappear. They are all relevant to our development, and there is no coincidence in this. Therefore, every person is a messenger from the Creator, whether they helped us or harmed us, and they prompt us to carry out some spiritual transformation. Each of them transmits a certain divine vibration for us. And why? Because the Creator summoned them into our lives. This cannot be argued with. And as I've already mentioned, in this world it is very difficult to transcend the automatic tendencies of the ego without some spiritual help. Fortunately, we have a powerful spiritual tool at our disposal, the 72 names of God. The letter combination Resh-Yod-Yod from the 72 names helps a person to attract to himself the power of peace and reconciliation, love and brotherhood, goodness and unity, especially in the face of enemies who hate and wish to harm. It helps to lessen the decrees and troubles that have befallen a person through other people, who are actually messengers who have come into his life. The name Resh-Yod-Yod helps to transform the negative thoughts between a person and his fellow, and has the power to resolve disputes on material matters. We inscribe the letter combination Resh-Yod-Yod into the body and mind through meditation. It helps to eliminate baseless hatred, cleanse spiritual contamination, and shed off feelings of anger, disgust, hatred, and resentment towards a person or a group. Thus, Resh-Yod-Yod will bring about the rectification of the soul to the root, and will also provide protection from the hostile activity that may be taken against you. You are welcome to explore the fascinating subject of the 72 names of God in my online courses. The 72 names of God, Kabbalah Spiritual Healing, Level 1 and 2. I'm adding the link below this video. Thank you for being with me, and see you in the next videos.